Hello and welcome to the Clashing of Steel. So today I'm fighting in a deep dark swamp. As you can see, I have pushed towards the enemy base, and this is where the game gets really interesting for me. There are a lot of spearmen and few javelins back there. The javelins, well, they aren't much of a bother. But there are actually some even hiding in the swamp, some of the spearmen. I think they're all multi-80s, so they're actually not the best at going head on. Since I have archers, I was actually hoping to poke a bit, but things get a bit out of hand. So that guy was fast with the phalanx. Although I ain't engaging him, I'm keeping my distance for the archers to harass them a bit. The problem now is that I'm outnumbered here. Well, I can defend myself, or at least try it, but there is a really hard chance that they will still beat me. Here are just 3 units of spearmen. There are 3 at their base, if I remember correctly, and there should be like few javelins as well. So archers are harassing them a bit. I'm engaging them as well, but they seem to be pulling back. In short, they're making a cap to get more archer fire. Well, I don't mind. Well, now the archers are defenseless, and I have to deal with most spearmen trying to flank or play with them. Although in the end I get overrun and the archers have to run, I will still do my best to cover them. So the problem here is that I don't know what's going on. We don't have the watchtower, we don't have any other troops in the swamp. And now even more spearmen are coming in to engage. Well, this is a mighty problem, but as you can see, they're just trying to get in here to fight with them. I kinda stopped them, and now the archers are going to have to run. Another lucky thing happened here. I turned around actually when they tried to flank me, and because one of those units was in phalanx, they could not rout me. Although in the end he removed the phalanx, I think, or perhaps it's still active. He does not rout me because he tried to come in with a charge from the rear, but I turned around so I was facing him and I deflected the charge, and that way when I turned around I only got my front and rear flanked. Technically my sides weren't, although he was all around me. This is actually one of the best things you can do. When somebody is coming in for a flank, you can turn towards them to take less damage. It might not work with spearmen in phalanx because they turn rather slowly. Sometimes you can even try and charge towards them if you have a big enough opening. It might even make the charge deflect a bit bigger. So all the flanking I have gotten in this game, I have turned towards the opponent. You can see that my first unit routed there, he's rather low. But since they did not engage him or mess with him, he regained his morale and is now fighting against them. If you rout someone, it might be actually great if you engage them a bit more. The longer they are routed and damaged, the more morale they will lose. If you rout them, it doesn't mean that they are done. They might regain control because of a secure flank. So the more morale damage you do, the longer they will be out of control, they will be routed. If you rout them for a brief moment and then disengage, they will gain control rather fast. So this whole game I have worked against them, against their flanking. I have turned around, I have actually been outnumbered. As you can see, one unit of spearmen back there that is chasing the archers. If that would have joined in here, they might have changed a lot. And now we are routing them. If they would have focused down a single unit, if they would have organized themselves a bit better, they could have beaten us here any day of the week. But because they went a bit greedy, they didn't exactly know what to do, what to engage. They ended up being outmatched, outplayed, and that's why we won here. There was around 6 melee units here, and we had like 3 considerable units of melee and 1 rather remnants. They could have just ignored the remnants and focused down one by one, but because I turned always towards them, they couldn't even beat me with 2 units. Although their flanking effectiveness was considerable, because I turned always towards them, I forbid them from doing any kind of charge bonus to their flanking. I only took in what I did to myself practically. If I turned around, I got a bit damage from the rear, a bit moral damage as well, but I forbid them from doing any kind of rear assault on me, rear charge. That is how I had a chance against them. As you can see right here, I'm engaging again. These guys, they're probably gonna go in for a charge. And I'm noticing it, and as I expected. As you can see, the only moral damage I got was for turning around. They did not use their units to the best of their abilities. I toyed with them, I knew what they were gonna do, because they were playing rather the same game over and over again. And in the end they would still come in for a charge and hope that it would change something, but no. So this was fighting Dark in the swamp. It's all about micromanaging and being aware of what's going on and also predicting what the opponents can do. It can also help you a lot if you know what your own units can do. That is why I succeeded here. This was a really interesting match. I happened to counter my opponent practically at every turn. And if there's anything to take back from this game, it's about micromanaging and being aware of your surroundings. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe and thanks for watching.